Hey YouTube, Rico Knows here. So this was talked about at length for many weeks now, and now that it's officially in a story and they're talking about it, yes, Bishop Thomas has been dismissed from the Colorado Buffaloes football team, and it's an unfortunate situation. I know a lot of people will come to defense of this young man. They will talk about mental health. They will talk about depression or what people are going through in any moment when they're on a football team. One thing I will say that I witnessed via the Prime show and some other clips out there is I witnessed a young man with an immense amount of talent. I witnessed a young man that pops on tape, if you will. I remember he got Scout Team Player of the Year while at Florida State. Then you transfer to Colorado, and I was extremely high on this young man joining the Colorado football team. If you guys ever watched my top 10 Colorado transfer video when they did a visit last year, I have a whole chart somewhere on one of my spreadsheets, and I ranked this man number 2, only behind Tommy Wadirje, who's now at Florida State. I felt like Bishop Thomas was needed. I felt like he was necessary. You needed a big body in the trenches. You needed somebody out there with a little bit of fire, and you've seen him throw killer blocks as a fullback. You've seen him make tackles downfield. You've seen him do a lot of things that say, wow, that's a football player. But being a talented football player, that isn't enough, guys. And I need everybody to understand this. If you don't respect authority and you don't identify your coaches as authority, you probably won't succeed at football. If you're not an extension of your coach on the field, you won't be on the field. And there's so many times, and in this picture here, Coach Prime is talking to this man with his hands out. And you see it here. This is indicative of his entire career. It's a young man who sees nothing wrong with what he's doing, and it's a mature adult trying to calm him down or to get him to think sensibly and to do the right thing. And it's unfortunate that a lot of these young men are going to miss out on opportunities in life and not understand that they're complete knuckleheads in this regard. I can remember seeing this young man getting corrective training, meaning he was being punished. He had to do some exercises. And at one point, the coach is correcting his form. And he looks up at coach and he says, verbatim, quote unquote, "Who are you, my fucking daddy?" And he says this to a coach. And I'm going to tell you guys, I immediately was triggered. I was triggered because when I saw that, I didn't think, oh, we need to let it go. I didn't think, oh, we just need to chill. And coach didn't react negatively. He didn't blow up. But in meetings, if you ever sat down with people and they say, well, is this player coachable or not? Does he respect authority? Can we trust him to be an extension of us on the field? And the answer to all of those questions is no. Now, I don't know what you're going through, but I don't care. I don't. And when I say I don't care, it doesn't justify the action on screen. It doesn't justify the action within the locker room or on the field or with the team. If you're a negative influence or you are a detriment to your team's success or continuity for success, you're going to negatively impact the outcome of games, maybe the locker room, the end result. I want to tell you, as a leader in the military, I had many soldiers like this, many who were just stuck in their ways, above correction, above reproach, just said, yo, I ball. Don't worry about shit. I'm doing this. And they didn't last long. And they didn't attain the desired end state. They didn't get to their life goals or achievements. And I have a feeling Bishop Thomas will never achieve his goals when it comes to football. Now, that might rub some people the wrong way. They might feel, oh, he just needs some more nurturing or anything. But let me tell you, this is an entire coaching staff giving up on you. This is an entire coaching staff saying, no, you're not welcome here. When you get dismissed from a football team, it is a collection of grown men, mentors, leaders saying you're not fit to be here. You're not fit to be molded. You're not a student athlete, and you don't abide by our standards, whatever they are. I believe Coach Prime talks about character and discipline. I believe they're preparing young men to be professionals in this world. And it's unfortunate when you don't see the value in that and you can't get out of your own way. Anybody in the comments trying to defend these actions, anybody in the comments saying, you're wrong, you don't know the half, he was going through some shit, blah, blah, stop. Because the people who do know the half, the people who do know what he's going through, the people who do know him personally and work with him every day, his position coaches, his head coach, his coordinators, those people dismissed him from the team. So don't sit here and vilify anybody reporting the news. Just check your feelings at the door and just understand that this is an immensely talented individual who will not make it in the world of football. And this is not unique. This happens every single year. This happens to so many players. And before you get your second or third chance, sometimes there are cautionary tales that we have to tell you about. Sometimes there are names on the list of people who didn't pan out because they thought the world owed them something. And it doesn't owe you a damn thing, because there's very good prospects waiting for a chance to take your spot. And they will, and they have. And that's the reality of the situation. Good luck to Bishop Thomas. I hope he finds whatever path he intends to find in the future. But unfortunately, I don't see it being on a football team. I don't see it being in any position where you have to respect authority. I don't see it at all. I see this young man having to learn to contribute to society in another way, in another facet, and pay your taxes, bro. I need my money. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows.